Welcome back to Modified Fate. I've got Wheelman and Blackcraft with me again.
Hello.
Hello.
Small bit of news that dropped today that we're gonna go over.
Yeah.
I am ill prepared. I don't have a game for us this time. So we're gonna go over the new update that dropped today. The Brotherhood panel to play. A little bit of Phoenix that I don't think we've actually talked about. And then a couple tournament recaps at the very end. Alright. Starting off, there were 5 tactics cards that they just cleaned up the wording on.
Yep.
No real changes here. I know the one that stuck out that I saw was on Mutant Trader. Because of the way it used to read, he would take more than 1 damage from the attack. But now it's fixed.
Oh, interesting.
Because it was like after each attack, if it rolled a wild, he takes 1 or something like that.
Mm.
Okay. So Bullseye lost a range on his gainer.
Yeah, the throwing knife, right? And that was literally it for him?
Yeah. I thought they were saying he was going to lose range on Pincushion also, but I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pay 4 for that, so I would hope that we could keep the range on it.
Mm-hmm.
I do like some of the new art. Some of the new art.
The new art is incredible. Yeah.
I think, I mean, we'll get there, but I'm just going to say it now. I think Toad looks like an absolute, like, he just looks like a clown. I don't know. I guess I wanted him to be more.
I mean, well deserved.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll get there. I say we go in order.
Yep, absolutely.
Bullseye's still good.
I think he's okay. He does. I mean, it changes what they said. They didn't want him to just sit in the back and plink for damage a turn. Now he has to be more involved.
Yeah.
But he's still
So he'll walk forward and then hit and run, plink for damage, and walk away. So they reduced his damage output by 1.
I mean, the game we played on Saturday, I had him pretty much in the action for most of the game.
The nerf wouldn't have affected him that game.
No, not for me.
he can still Pincushion from 4.
Yeah.
So he's not completely out.
Mm-hmm.
Now I play Wong just to power up my Bullseye.
Well,
no, I'm telling you, there's like some secret sauce with 4 dice attacks because
I don't understand it.
I don't. Yeah, it's they seem to always do more than they should.
Then moving right along to Doctor Strange. Gained a pierce on his builder with a shield trigger. His leadership changed. It no longer costs power, and it automatically hexes if they're 5/3 or more, and you can no longer change your attack types. And then Oster's Refuge went from range 2 to range 3. I have Agamotto now can reroll dodging, and that is it. Oh no, Hogoth's gained adding dodge dice also. Thoughts?
I mean, he feels more. He gained a health on his wounded side.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is all right. I mean, going to 7 health is I mean, the problem is I haven't really played with this Strange much. I played a lot with Sorcerer Supreme, who got the Eye of Agamotto buff.
Yeah, same.
I probably have the most experience with him in the last
you probably
year.
Do.
I did play against a player this last weekend who used him.
Oh, me too.
He used him all right. I think that fight would have been more beneficial with this version of Strange.
Oh, it's the opposite for me. It would have been significantly worse because I was playing webs and he was making his attacks mystic.
Having a random Pierce on his attack is, I don't know. I'm willing to try him. He's probably got the most changes.
Yeah, it is nice that his shields actually do something other than just game and power now.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like at least from my experience, I don't think I've ever used his Crimson Bands attack. It's because I'm always using Hoggoths for the extra dice. So I use him as a very much a support piece, but I bolt people a lot, and having a pierce on an energy attack feels really good.
I think the extra range on Ostrich is gonna put him back into Steve 1.
Yeah, he's definitely more slashable. I mean, I'm willing to play him. I really like the Eye of Agamotto buff the most.
Yeah,
because he has only that 3 defense, and of course I love it on Sorcerer Supreme Strange.
yep. He should be soon here. And then Clea. She gained a health on her healthy side. Her trigger for slow on Icy Tendrils went to a hit instead of a wild. Now when she does her power gainer action, she rolls 5 dice. If any of them are skulls, she takes 2 damage. It's a nice middle ground so she doesn't kill herself. And then Vapors of Dormammu went from range 3 to range 4. Just a great quality of life there. And then Talons of Farala is a brand new ability. Cost 3 reactive when this character or another allied character within 4 of this character makes an attack during the create attack dice pool step. This character may use this superpower. Add 2 dice to the attack roll. If that attack deals damage and the defender is 5 threat or more, they gain judgment once per turn. And then immunity incinerate was already there. She's definitely better. Still not great.
Yeah, the fact that she doesn't explode herself is much better. I don't I wish maybe if her 4 attack was a builder, I'd feel a lot better and
Yeah.
not a gainer.
Or if it was range 4
That would have been
also.
perfect. She is slightly more playable. I don't think Convergent Convocation has like a lot of they got the books, right? The books of
Cagliostro.
what's it called? Yeah. And that's the one that will change melee attacks or physical attacks.
Oh, that's Ironbound books. Yeah.
I'm thinking of Ironbound books then. I don't know. That's their best defensive thing in that 2 physical dice is still scary when she doesn't have a mitigation.
Mm-hmm. I will say it is a second reactive ability that adds 2 dice to attack rolls that's in Convocation. Because Mordo is also there.
So you can just not the same thing.
Yep, they're not the same. So you can do both. This guy gets 4 extra dice. It's pretty scary. And then they'll get judgment on top of that if they're a big guy. But obviously they're probably taking quite a bit of damage before the judgment. Well, now she can walk forward, gain 3 power, and then teleport somebody immediately every turn. And interact. And not die.
She has so much. She definitely feels better. She doesn't explode herself. She gets to pay for all that stuff, but I'm not confident in her actually being played in Convocation or Defenders. Now I don't know. Now she's just not awful. Now she's just another guy, which I guess is a step up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, her biggest competition in both of her affiliations also got buffed, which we will get to. Any thoughts on Clea, Wheelman?
No, I have no experience with her.
Yep, nobody does.
I might try her in something though. She's got a throw.
Strange 2 just got the eye buff.
Yep, but I'm okay with that. He was already a favorite of
He's
mine.
pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty great. CGR is just the updated card. So X-23, they took the metal off of her bones.
Oh, they did.
I don't like that thematically.
I don't know if does she actually have an adamantium skeleton?
No, she just has claws and she has them in her feet. She has a claw in her foot.
Yeah.
Oh,
She doesn't have a full skeleton like Wolverine.
And they also finally cleaned up the frenzy. You can now pay for it after gaining power from your adamantium slash. Because the timing was weird before. It was you had to pay for it on KO, which is before the attack ends. So you couldn't resolve the power gain before paying the 2.
You should tell crop circles about that. Because there's definitely been points where we were like,
I just assumed everybody played it wrong because I know I did at least once.
So it's a buff.
Yeah, it's just a straight buff. Yep.
You know, it's good. It's good for her.
And look at this art.
Everything she's involved with.
Incredible art.
Yeah, the art has come a long way from like the initial core set.
Yeah,
good lord.
Then same thing with Angela here. She can pay after she kills somebody. And she's wearing white now, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
And then Heimdall, his reroll mechanics went to range 4 instead of range 3. Just makes perfect sense, honestly. Most of the reroll bubbles are 4, I think.
Mm-hmm. Not. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Nova's 3, I think.
He needed something because he's pretty useless.
Yeah, I still think he needs something.
he needs he's just really power hungry.
Yeah. Make Hofund a throw instead of a push.
Give his strike like bleed on a wild.
Yeah, just anything.
He's using the big sword.
Yeah, it's just so blank.
And then Bishop finally got cleaned up. Literally, his overload got moved up to the cleanup instead of the power phase.
I see what you did there.
He doesn't daze himself at the start of your
Gone are the days of ending the round with 7 power and 1 health to go to the power phase and go up to 8 and die.
Yep. I've always liked Bishop. And now that he works this way, I'm happy for him.
He's definitely more intriguing, for sure. And then Colossus. I'll let you take this one, Blackcraft, because you play him.
So actually, I forgot. Did he? So I only really play him in Apocalypse. So I've been sort of mulling this over since we learned it. The thing is, so the first change is his basic strike now is a push for defender size 4 or less. It used to opposing the target loses a power.
Yeah, it's an any direction push also,
which is pretty good. And then his X slam is a throw as opposed to a stagger. And yeah, it's a throw of size 4 or less. Yeah, any direction instead of a stagger. And then Big Brother, it has like a huge range buff, and it's slightly worded slightly different. When an enemy character within 4 of this character targets another allied character with an attack, this character may use a superpower. If this character is within 2 of the attacking character, this character becomes a target of the attack. Otherwise, after that attack is resolved, advance this character short So it's kind of the same thing, except now he can advance towards them if he can't take the attack. So it's kind of like a weird, like, taunt aggressive.
Like a
Like if
big
you
sis,
don't
little
shoot him,
sis.
um I don't think anything changed on his back, no.
Mm.
So so when I play Colossus in Apocalypse, I usually play him as Pestilence, and
Oh, yeah, I didn't even
that
realize that. He
um
only gives stun now.
he only gives stun, which I guess it's fine because it's still on the spender. They'll get stun no matter what, and they would get stagger. So that's just he would still gain the one pestilence trigger potentially. I like the strike. I don't know actually how I feel about the strike. As Colossus Pestilence, I guess you want to throw them after you've infected with something, which is fine. Um, this definitely makes him more like an actual bodyguard. I swear he's been. Uh, it's not as obvious to me that he's improved, other than Big Brother has the more utility. But usually I don't care. I'm just running up pistolings, bombing, and then probably striking and X slamming. Um, so I guess in a way he's better because he can run up, infect people, and then start pushing them away real easy, which is really annoying when he gives.
Yeah, you might slow more often with pestilence.
Yeah, slow and strike them away. This might be a low key buff. I think it's gonna take some testing. It's not. I mean, the throw is still good. It's throw. It's a throw versus a stagger, so it's like tacking damage on or reducing their effectiveness. So it's kind of like it's like half and half. It's like a 6-in-1, right? Half dozen in the other situation where now he's much more annoying for displacement, but he's a lot less frustrating from reduced actions. Although I guess if you run up slow people, stun and throw them, that's still super annoying. Um he's power hungry as ever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Other than that, I noticed. uh, Well, I'm willing to try him. I'm willing to try him because I would play him before, but only as an upgrade to Beast. I don't know if this changes him to be in Beast's place, but I think it's a good. It's an interesting play. We'll see how obnoxious it really gets.
Yeah. I do wish he was 7 health on the front, though.
Yeah, but he gets free blanks on the back. I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, that's the way he sort of worked before, right?
So Clea's direct competition, Magic, also gained a
Oh,
health on her front. Um, Gained a crit wild hex on her ranged attack and immune incinerate. And then her reverse pierce on Mystic changed the name, which has led a lot of people thinking that we're going to get a Sorcerer Supreme of Limbo Magic.
Hmm.
okay. Well, I like it. I mean, I was slowly becoming a fan of Magic already. Again in um APOC, uh mostly as war. So having an extra health is exciting. It does make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Immunity incinerate is fun. I know it's not always relevant. Um but the biggest the surprise was the free hex, quote unquote free hex on the bolts.
Wonder what
because
the
they're
odds
just
are.
they I've I've just had moments where it's like I can't really move. I don't want to move. I can't really reach anything.
Oof.
I guess I'll just shoot. And
The
it's been like, I guess I gain a power.
yeah,
Now I can, because you could potentially hex somebody and maybe set them up for a big soul sword next turn, a war frenzy soul sword.
the crit wild is an 18% on 4 dice.
It's there. I'm not gonna count on it, but it's just nice to have. Like the one health in the immunity incinerate was enough. Like so it's like, oh, this is cute.
So back to Clea real quick. She can add 2 dice to Dark Child, and Mordo can add 2 dice to Dark Child for a 10 dice Dark Child.
The darkest child.
Okay. Nightcrawler. Either of you know what changed? I think I caught
Something
one
with
thing.
there was something with timing of something and Brimstone Blitz, I believe.
So it's
Maybe Puff of Smoke or
Puff of
something.
Smoke used to be after damage is dealt.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
and
what it
now
is
it's
then.
after attack is
Now it's
resolved.
So also teleporting strike requires damage for the stun now. Which is pretty good deal. No, just I attack you, you're gonna be stunned. Period.
Yeah.
which is actually a pseudo nerf, but it makes sense this way.
Yeah. Agent Venom, got nerfed. He now has to
Yeah,
shake.
he got Scarlet Witch loophole taken away, which is fine.
Yeah,
It's okay.
it's not like it happened very often.
Yeah, who's bringing Scarlet Witch?
And then Gambit. I'm sure most people know his update by now. Basically, all his wilds, whenever he's rolling, except to interact, count as 2. Kinetic Ace went to energy. It is now 4 dice instead of 5. And then 52 card pickup went down a power and gained the Devil Wild stun. And he lost that's not what it's called. The ability that let him add 2 dice to things.
I like him. I put him together. I'm willing to try him.
You finally
I haven't
assembled
tried
him.
him yet. Yeah, he's finally assembled. I haven't done anything else with him though.
Oh, and enhanced agility is advance any direction now, not just away. Moving right
Excuse me,
along.
I will be right back.
Okay. Do you want to take 2 there, Wheelman?
What did they change on him? It was Tongue Lash, right?
Yep, and he health went from his healthy side to his injured side.
Yes. So yeah, Tongue Lash got poison instead of a push.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were told it was going to be a pull.
Mm-hmm. As far as I can remember,
essentially a pull.
I went back and tried to find where they said that, but I couldn't find it.
But yeah, that was it, right? Just the health change and the poison data trigger on a wild on Tongue Lash.
Mm-hmm. They could have gone further, I feel like.
Oh, sure. Yeah. He's still gonna. I mean, that does not stop him from doing exactly what he's always done.
Yeah. And
it
then
just
Carnage
makes it harder to follow him, I guess.
That's
or makes it easier to follow him.
Yeah.
Which maybe was the thought.
Easier to daze him too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's expected huge changes for Carnage. He gained a hit point.
And then something with Paint the Town Red, right?
It got the same clarification as the Frenzy stuff from X23 and
oh man,
Angela.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I feel like they made like this was much ado about really nothing.
Yeah, they were
These changes.
super hyped up when they were talking about them on other podcasts. They're
Like I know there's changes coming as stuff gets re-released, but this is pretty underwhelming as far as a yearly update goes. I don't know. It doesn't really. I don't see anything in here that changes the way the game is played.
No.
Fundamentally, as meta goes.
Even like the most used characters, probably Toad and Bullseye, they didn't get nerfed into oblivion.
Yeah. What?
We'll wait for Joel's reaction to Carnage, and then we'll go to the panel to play Brotherhood. But here's the Toad art that Jared was talking about. It's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, he just seems too generic.
I don't get the outfit. Is that just the comic book outfit?
I don't know. I don't know if he's supposed to be like a. It sort of looks like a jester feel, but he just looks like a dude in a costume. I thought he was more like the model. He looks more like his face is like mutated, right?
Yeah.
Like that just looks like a guy in a Toad costume to me. I thought he had his face was a little bit more like frog like.
Yeah, a little like tinted green or something like that.
Yeah, and like wider. I don't know. Not just a generic like Abercrombie catalog model dude. Just kind of what he looks
like. We'll go ahead and move on without Joel. It's taking a while.
It's hard to
So Brotherhood box, we got Avalanche. He is a 4 physical, 3 energy, 3 mystic, 6 health, size 2, 3 threat, medium move on a small base with a physical seismokinesis, beam 3, strength 4, cost 0. After each attack is resolved, this character gains 1 power with a wild stun after the attack is resolved. You want the rest?
Yeah. Pulling it up here with Memento. We're on Avalanche, right?
Yep.
Landslide, right?
Is area attack too.
Oh, epicenter of destruction after each attack is resolved. So it's an area 2, strength 5. 3 cost spender. After each attack is resolved, the target character gains the stun special condition, which that seems pretty good. Landslide, 2 cost. Choose an enemy character size 4 or less within 3. Push the chosen character away from this character short. Can only be used once per turn. And then beware falling debris. When an enemy character ends an advance within 3 of this character may use this superpower. Choose an interactive terrain feature size 3 or less within 2 of the enemy character that was advanced. Destroy that terrain feature. The enemy character suffers a collision as if the terrain feature had collided with it.
Yeah.
And then
he loses
it's
1
like
health.
It's pretty much the same on the back, but 1 health less. Yeah. Pretty standard 3 threat nowadays.
Yeah.
Pretty
should be pretty
sturdy as far as the threat goes too.
Why? I like him. I am back.
How'd you feel about the Carnage changes, Blackcraft?
All one health improvement.
Oh, good.
1 health improvement and the reactive attack buff. I mean, 8 health for 4 is a lot, but I don't see it. I don't know.
We were talking about how overall this big update was very underwhelming.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, some of it's a welcome meta change, but like the most impactful things were changing the 2/2s.
Do you really think that's that big of a meta change, though?
I mean, it definitely changed how games are played.
I guess I didn't see it
that's
that way.
also true. I mean, to be fair, I rarely ever attack with my Toad, so changing his attack doesn't do anything for me. It's always run, jump, grab something, run away for the rest of the game. And Bullseye's still gonna sit. He's just not gonna deal damage at range, which will save people some grief. If Strange is slightly playable, Magic's more of an option in Apocalypse, at least for me, and I know other Apocalypse players will be excited about it. But this isn't, I guess, yeah, it's not the huge meta evolution people were hoping for or character overhaul. Clea, is it Clea? Whatever.
I don't know.
Got the most overhaul, and so did Strange, but even then, I don't know if it's enough to bring those characters um into like a real competitive place. Could be wrong.
Yeah. Time will
But I
tell.
like Avalanche. He
Yeah.
plays with everybody.
I don't know if they said any other affiliations these people are in, but I know that a lot of people want Lady Mastermind in Hellfire Club, I think.
She's probably the only one with a secondary.
Mm-hmm. So then we'll go to Exodus, or Mystic Cable. He's 4 defenses all around, 7 health on both sides, 5 threat, size 2, medium move on a small base. Do you want to take his attacks there, Jared?
Psionic Vampirism, range 2, 6 strength. After attack resolved, character gains power equal to damage dealt. After attack is resolved, character removes 1 damage from itself. Wild sap power before damage is dealt. Target character loses 1 power for each wild in the attack roll, and this character gains that amount of power. Psionic Concussion, range 4, 5 strength. After this attack is resolved, character gains 1 power. Wild Pull, after damage is dealt, target character size 4 or less. Character may push it towards this character's short. And then the Spender, you can do nothing but fall. Area 2, strength 7, 4 cost. After each attack is resolved, the target character gains the Incinerate special.
Yep, and then the rest is for you, Blackcraft. Or you're not here.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I missed where he left off though. I apologize.
First
He
ability.
just did the attacks.
Okay, so my Faith can move mountains. This character can spend up to 4 power, choose an interactive terrain feature with that size within 3 that size or less, throw it medium. Teleportation, pay 3 to put him within 2 of himself. Telekinetic shield. This character or allied character within 2 adds 2 dice to the character's defense roll. Can only be used once per turn for 2. And he gains an additional power with Psionic of the highest order during the power phase. Flight, healing factor 1, and immunity poison. So, a lot of abilities that share a lot of things with Cable.
Yeah, it's like a crazy amount of sharing abilities.
And he's just different enough to have a slightly different like tempo impact where like Cable is a 2 distance move with Cable because he's on a medium base is and a range 5 attack changes compared to this guy's 4 range medium 2 place.
And his teleport costs 1 more.
His teleport is more expensive. He's got healing factor 1, which is weird. Cable only has 3 physical defense, right?
Yeah.
This guy's got 4. It's just like all these tiny minor changes. But the fact that he's I guess just another Brotherhood character makes all the difference as opposed to Cable being a leader. because Exodus can then play off of Magneto's leadership with the throw. He can teleport himself around to grab things with Mystique's leadership. And then, I mean, the biggest thing, I guess, is that last attack, he doesn't have the big psychic AoE. It's just a big energy AoE now that incinerates people.
Yeah, it's
It's
because
weird.
Cable's got the Mystic AoE, and
Yeah.
they just flip types.
His pull is probably his best ability, the psionic concussion.
Mm-hmm.
His best attack, I'd think. Which is something that obviously Cable doesn't really do. He can throw things, but he can't pull like that, which is, I guess, makes up for Mystique's having been nerfed so many updates ago.
Yeah.
I guess you could pull them and then Avalanche can hit them with something.
Yeah. Just pull them next to something, and then Mystique can blow it up also on them. Exodus good.
Yeah, he's not bad. It's just weird because it does feel like it's just slightly remixed Cable. So it's like I've seen this before, but Cable is good. Cable is just fine. So
Yeah.
like, why are we complaining? I think it's for people who just look strictly at abilities. They're probably disappointed because it does feel like we've literally had this character before, but he does do things differently. He's got just a little bit different, and the fact that he's in a different team makes a difference.
Yep. And then my favorite from the box, Lady Mastermind, is a 3/3/4, 6 health on the front, 5 on the back, 4 threat, size 2, medium move on a small base again. Wheelman, take the attacks.
Deadly Illusions. After this attack is resolved, character gains 1 power. This attack would deal 1 or more damage. It deals 1 instead. It's 5 range 5 strength. Mind over matter. Before damage is dealt, this character may remove 2 special conditions from the target character. If it does, the defending character suffers 2 damage. And then a wild psychosomatic effects. After this attack is resolved for each wild in the attack roll, the target character gains 1 of the following special conditions. Bleed, poison, shock, or incinerate. Then we got mass hallucinations, area 2, strength 6, 4 cost, wild puppeteer. After each attack is resolved, this character may advance the target character short.
Yeah. All you Blackcraft.
Oh, why do I have to read the long stuff? All right. We're going to start with your reality is whatever I want it to be, which is an X cost. This character may spend any amount of power. Choose an enemy character within 5 of this character with a mystic defense equal to or less than the amount you spent. This character may make an attack targeting a different enemy character with range, strength, and type equal to 1 of the character's attacks with a cost of 0. Range and line of sight are measured from the enemy character instead of Lady Mastermind, and it can only be used once per turn. We'll come back to that. Brain fog. Enemy characters cannot use reactive superpowers or reactive team tactics card, which is great. Mental lock. Whenever an enemy character targets this character with attack, it may use its mystic defense instead of the attack's type unless the attacking player pays 2. When an enemy character within try a little harder next time. When an enemy character within 3 rolls 1 or more skulls in any roll, this character gains 1 power. Do you want me to start with my opinions?
I'll give you a talking break. So 3 really good conditions on her gainer. I think that's one of the only range 5 mystic attacks in the game. Crowd control on her area attack. She can just walk up and clear a point sometimes. The obvious attack to choose with her thing is Bob. You can shoot his rocket every time. So Lady Mastermind is probably never going to see a Bob across the table from her.
Wait, how does that work?
Because it doesn't see any of the text on Bob's rocket. It just sees the range, strength, and power cost.
Oh,
Yep.
good lord.
This also goes for Shuri's blasters.
Yeah.
Or my favorite one, other Lady Masterminds.
Yeah. Then you get a range 5 mystic attack. Also, if you get a beam with it, it hits the character that you're drawing line of sight from.
Yep. Because it's about beams are about placing the template, and the template has to touch them, and it's anything the template touches.
It's just
Oh boy,
one of the coolest abilities they've printed, I feel like.
Yeah, it'll be
frustrating to play
fun.
against.
It'll be fun until you play against everybody with like basic strikes.
Yeah.
And nothing fancy. It's like, oh, they're all range 2, 5 dice strikes with nothing fancy.
It's definitely why she's only got a gainer and a niche power gain aura. I'm trying to restrict it a little bit, but I'm sure it'll happen more than people want it to.
And yeah, mental lock is weird. I mean, it's only one more dice on defense, so it's weird if people pay for it unless they're really gonna knock her out. Brain fog is great. That's actually a good ability.
Yeah. Mystique, her, and Emma all in one list will be very annoying. So with her attack, if you do the Mind Over Matter, is that 2 separate instances of effects damaging you for damage reduction? I guess one is only one, so it won't matter that much. But... So never mind. I talked myself out of that question.
Once you thought about it.
Yep. Moving on. What do you think?
She's the most exciting one.
Yeah, that's a good point, Crop. Crop said to venomize her.
Yeah, that's a great call. Seriously, why not?
Yeah.
Hang on. What?
Well, unless of course they just pay the 2 and
have to
remove you from the game in one attack.
Yeah, then you're giving them a reason to pay the 2. Are you looking up venomized?
Well, yeah.
And then Lady Mastermind has a really good card, I feel like. So it is a reactive. When an enemy character attacks an allied character within 3 of Lady Mastermind during the modify step, she can spend 2 power to play this. For each skull in the attack roll, she may change 1 result in the attack roll to a blank. For each dice result changed in this way, the enemy character loses a power. Then, after the attack is resolved, if she changed dice, the character that you were protecting gets to move short. She can play that on herself. It's like, yep. So, like on a 7 dice attack, they roll a couple skulls. Then they're only having 3 real results. Have you looked up venomized?
I'm not looking at venomized. I'm looking at other characters who gain attack. So theoretically, if there's a team tactics card that gives a character an attack, and that attack has a 0 power cost, and it stays on the character for say the round, she can steal it. I'm looking through them all right now to see
Can you put Venomized on your opponent's character?
Well, it costs 3.
So it has to be something where they gain the attack for like the round. The closest thing that does that is Venomized, so she cannot copy a Venomized.
So there's another tactics card. It is just General Brotherhood reactive. During the end phase, any number of allied Brotherhood characters with a threat value of 3 or less may pay 1 to play this card. Each character that played the card may choose an allied Brotherhood character with a threat value of 5 or more within 3 and choose one of the following options below. Resolve each option completely before choosing the next. Advance short towards the chosen character. Remove 1 damage and 1 special condition from the chosen character, which is crazy. And then the chosen character gains a power. This card is very good. Even if you're paying 6 for Magneto and 5 for Exodus, you still have, let's say, Blob and Toad, and they can take a stagger off of each of the big boys. Stuff like that.
Yeah, that one's the good one. The pawns go first. That's the one I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
That's I I like this theme of Brotherhood where they have one very big expensive guy and then a bunch of cheap mooks.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like the only card I see that I actually like enjoy, that like seems to work for that.
What I think is really funny, that Brotherhood constantly says they don't have good 4 threats, and now the cards are literally saying we don't care about our 4 threats.
And they just got Lady Mastermind, who's a good 4 threat.
Yeah. And then sort of a pseudo leadership card here. It is a genetic superiority, Brotherhood reactive. When this card is included in your squad, if your squad includes Magneto and Exodus, you may play this card. When this card is played, set it near the battlefield instead of discarding it. Once per turn, when an allied character with threat value 4 or less, okay, we care about 4s again, suffers 1 or more damage from an enemy effect, choose an allied Brotherhood character with threat value 5 or greater. Within 5, the chosen character gains a power. It's kind of like a mini She-Hulk leadership.
But you have to run, I mean, 11 points isn't that bad when 17 is usually the minimum threat nowadays. But this is the one. This is like is playing those two specifically too steep a cost for a second leadership.
Well, at 16, you can get 2 low threat guys.
A toad and yeah,
Toad and a 3.
toad and a 3. Toad and blob.
This also doesn't mention Brotherhood being the 4 or less threat, so you could do a bunch of 2s.
Splash.
Yeah. Potential. I like cards that stay around forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Fault Line. During the power phase, an allied Avalanche and an allied Pyro may spend 1 power each to play this card. This round, Avalanche and Pyro increase the range of their beam attacks, their basic beam attacks, to beam 5. Which is scary from Pyro, I would say.
It's not terrible on Avalanche because if you can get 2 or more than 2 guys with the wild stun,
he gains a lot of power that way too.
you gain a lot of power.
I will say, thank goodness they got rid of ease before they put this card out.
I don't doubt it would be much more scarier that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see
anything else about the Brotherhood box?
Um, it's not a bad box. It's not actually a bad box. Like Avalanche seems great, good to great. Exodus is definitely playable. Lady Mastermind is good to very exciting to play. Um,
Does this have a release date?
they have
It's the delayed box, so no.
That's right. That's right. So
they
we
have
won't have Lady Mastermind for the doubles turn.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, you and I could probably come up with some evil shit with that. No, it should be good. I'm happy for the Brotherhood players, for sure.
Yeah, they definitely need some love. They
needed some
they don't win a
expansion.
lot. They've got like a 44% win rate on Longshanks. Hopefully it helps. And then the uncanny side of X-Men. We briefly talked about Phoenix when they first showed her from the Adepticon reveals, but we can go a little deeper now because we know all her cards.
we could go deeper.
We can go deeper. Exactly.
We have to go deeper.
I'm gonna take the front half of her character. You guys can take the back.
Well, I think we already talked about the front and back of her.
Did we? I thought we just mentioned like the tokens a little bit.
I thought we talked about her, but we didn't have the context for
The cards. Yeah.
why she isn't god awful for the way she works, and now we have the context that she's not great the way she works. It seems.
Yeah. I'll just zoom through this real quick.
Sure.
4 physical, 4 energy, 5 mystic, so she can play Cerebro. Not that you will want to. 7 health on this side, 6 threat, size 2, medium move on a small base. Energy, attack, range 3, strength 6, 0 cost. After the attack is resolved, gain power equal damage, wild incinerate. Energy, firestorm, area 3, strength 6, cost 6. Allied characters within range may remove a damage instead of suffering a damage. Wild incinerate. Cosmically empowered telekinesis, cost 3. Choose an enemy character of size 5 or less, or an interactive terrain of size 4 or less within 2, and throw up medium. Once per turn. Then rejuvenating flames. Cost 2. Choose an allied character within 3. The chosen character removes up to 2 damage and up to 1 special condition from itself. A character can be targeted only once per turn, so she can use it more than once. Reactive Burning Resolve. When another allied character within 3 would be advanced, placed, or pushed by an enemy effect, they are not. Cost 3. Innate I am Fire and Life Incarnate. Whenever an allied non-grunt, that's very important, character is dazed or KO'd, this character gains 1 Phoenix token. When this character would be dazed, it gains 3 Phoenix tokens. If this character has 3 or more Phoenix tokens at the start of your turn, or if this character would flip its stat card to the injured side, place Phoenix Unleashed within 2 of it. Phoenix Unleashed is now part of your squad. Move all power, all activated tokens, and all Phoenix tokens from this character to Phoenix Unleashed. Then remove this character from the battlefield. Then Innate Psionic Nexus. During the power phase, get an extra power. Blight, Immune Incinerate, Immune Poison. So Phoenix Unleashed, she is on a large base. Is that right?
I can run through this one if you need a break.
Yeah, go for it.
So she's a 4-5-3 defenses, 10 health, small move. She's size 4 now. Phoenix Blast, energy, force, 4 range, 6 strength, destructive force. When creating the dice pool for this attack, she may choose an interactive terrain feature size 2, 3, or 4 within 4, destroy it, and add a number of dice to the attack pool equal to the size. Then, if there are fewer than 2 of this character's flame pillars in play, place 1 flame pillar within 4 of this character. It's a size 1 interactive terrain feature. After this attack is resolved, gain 1 Phoenix token. Molecular Disintegration Beam 4, Strength 8, 6 Power. After each attack is resolved, if the target character is not dazed or KO'd, this character loses 1 Phoenix token. Temporal Domination. It's a 0 cost reactive. When this character is attacking or defending during the modified dice step, they may use this power. This character gains a Phoenix token to reroll 3 dice in the attack or defense roll once per turn. And then her innate, all are beneath me. When measuring range and line of sight for this character's attacks, you can choose one of the character's flame pillars and measure line of sight from it. After the attacks are resolved, each character gains the incinerate special condition, then the chosen flame pillar is destroyed. Then Untamed Cosmic Entity. During the power phase, this character gains 1 additional power for each Phoenix token it has. When this character dazes or KOs an enemy character, it loses a Phoenix token. When another allied character is dazed or KO'd, this character gains a Phoenix token. Additionally, this character would flip its stat card to the injured side, or has 5 or more Phoenix tokens at the end of its activation. Roll dice equal to the number of Phoenix tokens this character has. Each character within 5 of this one suffers 1 damage for each crit hit wild. Destroy each terrain feature within 5 with a size less than or equal to the number of crit hit wild results rolled. Then this character is KO'd. Flight immunities, incinerate, poison, stagger, stun.
And I believe they forgot to put reserve on her as well. Because otherwise you can start with her on this side. And then her 4 cards. A little off center. We'll pull that out there. Flames of Life.
Oh, it's Carnage.
Carnage is holding the card for us. During her activation, an allied Phoenix may discard 1 Phoenix token to play this card. Choose any number of enemy characters with the Incinerate special condition. Each chosen character loses Incinerate. For each character that lost Incinerate, choose an ally character, no range requirement. Each chosen ally removes a damage or gains 1 power. And then the active side is for Phoenix Unleashed. She can gain a Phoenix token to play this card. Each character within range 2 of a Flame Pillar and each character within range 2 of Phoenix Unleashed gain Incinerate. And then she gains power for everybody that is burning from this. And then I Am Reborn. Unaffiliated reactive. When an allied Phoenix would be dazed, she may play this card. Push all characters within 2 of Phoenix away short. Push characters gain Incinerate. Importantly, she will not be able to play this if she gets 3 Phoenix tokens and immediately flips. She can play Jean. She can play Mental Domination from Jean Grey. And then the White Hot Room. Unaffiliated reactive. When an allied Phoenix Unleashed would be KO'd, she may play this card. When this card is played, set it near the battlefield. Instead of discarding it, put 2 power on this card. If this card has been played during the power phase, remove a power from this card. When the last power on this card is removed, choose an allied character and place Phoenix within range 2 of it. Phoenix is now part of your squad, then discard this card. When I said I like cards that stick around, this is not one of them. When she does get placed during the power phase, it is too late for her to gain power that turn. What do you guys think about Phoenix?
To be determined.
You got nothing, Blackcraft?
Okay. So now that we have all the pieces of the puzzle,
yeah,
I don't think I don't think she's great. She's almost overly complex, unfortunately. when you can play Hulk, Gladiator, Thor to uh I She Hulk, King Black Bolt, like I just these all feel more effective than her.
And less mental
Um
drain.
it's gonna you're gonna have to read these to your opponent every time practically. I will say this, somebody will probably win a painting contest with her Phoenix Unleashed side.
Mm-hmm.
Um but she kills herself too easily, even if you play Flames of Life to like delay it. It's only one Phoenix token, and I don't know that it will really save you when you only need 3 and you basically get 3 just for standing around. Um the White Hot Room is too late, like, so even if you force her to blow up on turn 2, she's not coming back till turn 4. The game's probably over at that point, and she doesn't gain power like you said. Um she's so like you said, she's overly complex and she burns out too quick. Uh uh I just don't see it. Now I think she's supposed to come with like an ultimate encounter. That might be fun.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's what I thought. But I don't see her being competitive. Unfortunately, we're 2 genes into this game and they are not that great.
Yeah, both overcosted. That said, though, if she was a 5 threat, she would be way too destructive. She does way too much damage on Unleash side.
That's the thing, Unleashed like hits your own dudes.
Mm-hmm. The one
And
battle report I watched of her, when she KO'd, she took the guy's rest of his team to daze. It was pretty funny.
like most X-Men are not like I guess Colossus aside and I think Wolverine, like a lot of them are 5 hit point guys.
Mm-hmm.
Especially all the threes. So you have a strong chance of dazing a lot of them and especially KOing them if they had been dazed before. Um she accelerates her destruction for little payoff, and maybe if molecular disintegration was like 1 power less or something like that. I don't know. It's weird that she has 4 immunities. She just might as well have all immunities. Immunity all. I don't
Oh,
see why not.
X would be really funny on her, now that I think about that.
Hey, yeah, because Hex Judgment, although Judgment I guess is too late. Um,
Yeah, she doesn't care
Shock.
about judgment, yeah.
It's weird she can be shocked. Um, Flow, she's already slow. But I guess she can be slowed so your spider friends can all webbed up.
She
Because
can't
that
play
would be
Cerebro on this side, come on.
uh so I'm not positive on her. Um I don't like paying 6 to blow up my own team. Uh and then I don't she might daze the entire opponent's team, but oh, it feels like a dicey situation if that's actually what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um Her cards don't exactly help.
Are any of them actually even good? Flames,
I Am
maybe.
Reborn is her free push when she was dazed.
Yeah, but you might not even get to play it.
That's true, because she can flip even if she doesn't. I guess she can do it on her Unleashed side, but if she goes Unleashed and would be dazed, she does her explosion.
Well, on that side, it says that she KOs when she explodes. When she dazes or whatever.
Well, she KOs.
Yeah, if she would flip to the injured side, she
And it's
explodes.
KO'd.
Yeah.
Well, she would still get the daze, so she could still play it.
That's true. I think it's actually
It's not great. I'm not. I'm not. I'm
no.
not. I'm not really.
It's only Phoenix, not Phoenix Unleashed.
Oh, it is only Phoenix. Well, never mind. I am just wrong. You can't use it Unleashed side.
Yeah, annoying name things.
So, yeah, sad for Jean. She's got 2 strikes in this game.
Yep. Any thoughts, Wheelman?
Not really.
That's fair. Feel the same way.
There's just a lot going on there, and I just don't really feel like I know enough to evaluate it.
Yeah, the shorthand is she's gonna blow herself up and probably take a lot of people with her. That's about it. So you just got to be ahead of the game a little, and you'll probably stay ahead at that point.
Do we go into tournament recaps? We're already at like an hour. I don't know if you guys want to.
I know you and I had the one from this last weekend. Was there another one?
Just the
Yeah, I
one
don't
I
have
went
anything
to.
to add.
It's up to you.
We'll skip the one I went to alone. We'll just do the Elkhart tournament. You can go for it, Blackcraft.
All right. Well, we played a fun tournament in Elkhart this weekend. It was a very nice store. I like the cut of their jib. um,
They gave
and
us
we
free
had
cookies.
12 people show up, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yes, 12 people. So it was a nice tournament. So I guess, do you want me to just go round by round or just go through the whole tournament?
You can go through the whole tournament. We didn't
All
play.
right. All right. So for me, round 1 I played his screen name is Lord Merlin. I apologize, I don't remember his first name. He played Criminal Syndicate Kingpin, and I played Inhumans Black Bolt 1 on Mutant Extremists and Guardians. So do you guys remember months back when we made theme lists and I made an abomination theme list?
Oh yeah.
All around poison. And
Oh, I did see his list.
during that whole lead up, I said Killmonger is only there for when you get accidentally meted and your opponent brings Inhumans and they're all immune to poison. Well, unfortunately, that happened to him. I brought my rock resistant, my rock type Pokemon or my ground type Pokemon to his poison Pokemon gym, and he could do nothing. He played Kingpin, Abomination, Loki, and Red or Omega Red. So 2 big poison guys. Kingpin, who was there to be the leader, and Loki, who was actually a pretty good play. I played Black Bolt, Medusa, Gorgon, Karnak, and Beta Ray Bill. Oddly enough, Karnak is not immune to poison. He was the only person on my team not immune to poison. So basically, the long story short of this one was I was just wider than him and could pick up more of the extracts. And then most of his poison shenanigans with A-Bomb I was immune to. His A-Bomb still did put out damage, but Beta Ray Bill, Gorgon, and Black Bolt with Master Punch basically pinballed his Abomination into his dudes a lot. And then I would just pick up stuff, and I basically had close to 7 points every round after the first. So it was his first time, I guess, playing against Inhumans. He literally didn't know they all basically have immunity poison. A lot of people apparently it was like their first time playing against Inhumans. It's just not in their meta, even with the new box. So unfortunately, it wasn't a coast game because, like I said, his A-Bomb did keep him in the game, but it just wasn't enough. I was just able to outscore pretty heavily every turn. Second round, I played Jacob, who was playing APOC, and we know Jacob from a previous tournament. And he knows me pretty well. He knew I played Inhumans back at our affiliation tournament a month ago. So this was like his second game he's ever played versus Inhumans, but he's been studying. We played the exact same Crisis Secures, 19 Threat also. I played the exact same list: Black Bolt, Medusa, Gorgon, Karnak, Bill, and he played APOC, Colossus, Pestilence Colossus, Psylocke, Famine Psylocke, Death Toad Classic, and he brought in a Hood whose main goal was basically to be a heal bot. So the biggest plays of this game were basically early on. I put Medusa up and had her Royal Decree Black Bolt further up, and that was sort of bait, and it went really well for me because he moved his Colossus up, picked up a Senator, and poisoned, or excuse me, Pestilence bombed, and then Black Bolt basically woke up and two-shotted, activated, and then just two-shotted Colossus in return, so I grabbed his extract right away. The next couple rounds were a little bit of back and forth. Eventually, he took down Bill. Eventually, Bill woke up with a handful of power and God Huntered his APOC into his Psylocke, who rolled no dodge on that throw into her. His brace had already been burned earlier. So Psylocke was gone, basically never got a second activation because she either got dazed and then KO'd on subsequent effects. And at that point I was just I was just outscoring him. About the funniest part of the round was my Gorgon would charge while trying to hold a Senator, so that was it for him. So there were 2 rounds where Gorgon moved in, did a basic attack on Toad, Toad ran away, and Gorgon just stood around. Because he couldn't do anything else. Nothing was in
Gotta
range,
love
and he couldn't make
Sentinels.
another move. Yeah. Oh, it shouldn't be. Yeah, on Senators. It says Mutant Extremists, but it's Mutant Extremists target Senators, right?
Yeah.
So that was about the funniest part of the game. I I don't think he really misplayed anything. Dice just spiked a little at the right time, and then a failed dodge on his part was unfortunate. Because eventually his APOC came back and started handing out dazes. Eventually he KO'd Bill. But by then I was scoring out. I had grabbed almost all the secures and had I think 4 extracts. So it was just enough to score out at that turn. Last round, I played, I think his name was Justin. His screen name's Cast Sleep on Me. He played Doctor Strange Defenders, and we mixed it up a bit here, although we still played 19 Threat.
Oh, wow.
So I played mostly this. We played Legacy Virus and Meteors. The only thing I did was I switched out Gorgon for Quicksilver because I was trying to play the Legacy Virus as best I could and have I brought Can I Borrow That with Quicksilver to try and steal stuff. He played Doctor Strange and basically a bunch of kung fu guys. He played Doctor Strange, Wong, Shang-Chi, Iron Fist, and who was this other character? He played Namor. Was his last dude. I played, let's see, Black Bolt, Maximus. I also played Maximus, Medusa, Quicksilver, Karnak. And that was I was trying to play Legacy Virus real closely, which in retrospect is funny because I was afraid he was going to play Hulk, and I then would really regret not having Bill and Gorgon in my team. Obviously the match went okay for me. While I got the legacy viruses, I never had all three on one dude. Eventually scored out. The biggest, I think, I don't know that there was a big misplay other than, or the biggest play is that I kept master punching his Namor away and would hit him into debris, and that would be exactly enough to daze him each time. So it's basically Namor and Black Bolt fighting in a corner while everyone else fought over legacy viruses. And I KO'd. I got his Iron Fist down really early with Maximus. Because just Maximus with a mental attacks on martial artists was pretty good from outside their martial artist range. Other than that, I don't think there was any serious misplays or dice rolls that I remember that were significant. I just basically had the extracts for the longest time and was able to grab all the secures on the very last turn, and that's what scored me out.
Nice job. That puts you at 9 wins in a row now.
I am at 9 wins in a row, so I need to win the first game of my next ranked match to get the 10 in the row. I just want the 10 in the row, and I'm sure I'm going to eat it right away in my next ranked match.
Well, fingers crossed. So my first round was against the guy you played in your final round. He told me it was new, and every time I play against a new player, I have a bad habit of suggesting plays for them to do. I don't know why. But I eventually shut up and held him to 3 points out of the 16. I played Miles, Ghost Spider, Spectacular, Black Cat, Black Widow, Baron Zemo. I know that is like the typical web list. He was Strange, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Daredevil. So I had 2 extra activations on top of him, and webs with Spider Infected, and then I just yanked him off of the wedding party points. That's how she went. And then round 2, I rode to this event with Tim, so I naturally played Tim in round 2.
You jerk.
We went up a threat, so I traded Baron Zemo for Nick Fury Jr. Tim played Black Bolt. Oh boy, there's a bunch of 3 threats. No, it wasn't. He played Nick Fury against me also. Baron Zemo, Quicksilver. It was a 3 threat Inhuman. I'm not sure who. But Tim naturally threw me another curveball in round 1, and we both scored 5. But then it went pretty downhill from there for him. I just kept stealing senators because webs love senators. And I think I had all 4 secures at the end of the game. And then round 3, before round 3 pairings were up, Brendan, myself, and Blackcraft were undefeated. I was on a 9-win streak. Blackcraft was on 8 at that time. So we were like, if we get paired, it's going to be a brutal game. So we threatened violence on Jake that was running the event. I don't know if that actually influenced the final pairings, but so I got Brendan and Blackcraft got the pair down. So I went shield this one because he chose his extracts, so I didn't get to play mine for the first time this game. So I always go shield then. It wasn't scientific samples, it was unexpected guests, crash wedding, and then extremis. His leader was actually Shadow Island Daredevil, because he assumed I was going to play webs, so he tried to go as wide as possible. So he was Shadowlands, Daredevil, Rhino, Bullseye, his Black Cat, and another model. I always do this. Why can't I remember 5th model?
Killmonger, because I came.
It was
down.
Killmonger. Yes, Killmonger.
I came down to watch you guys.
I had Namor, not Black Widow, Spectacular Spider-Man, Nick Fury Jr., and then the recently tested Dracula in my list. So turn 1, Namor sit reps Dracula forward, which I did not even realize I could do until I reread the card because Brendan asked me what it did. So he could walk long and hit whoever was on the extremis on that side. So round 1, we tie on the right side, Rhino and Spectacular. He gets his home D with Bullseye. Nick Fury and the Grunts each grab my 2 extracts and huddle together on my back D. And then Namor and Dracula are on the left side against Killmonger, Daredevil, and Black Cat. I didn't have priority, so Dracula moved Killmonger off the point, and then I had 2-1 on that side. So I scored 4 to his 2. No, 3. Yeah, 3. And then after that, I had priority the next round. Dracula went and bled a couple people, put them at 1 health. To which he just, they were both all bleeding also at 1 health. So he just healed on the extremis console and ate the bleed damage. And for some reason, after I activated Dracula, in my head, I was like, I activated Namor. I don't know why. But he put 3 activations worth of attacks into Namor to finally put him down. The whole time looking at me like I was crazy, and then now I realize why. Because I went to activate Dracula, and he's like, no, he's got an activated token right here. I was like, oh, come on. But Spidey went and took the point from Bullseye. Nick Fury and the Grunts ended up getting attacked by Rhino, coming down the same way Spider-Man went. I don't think he did any damage with Rhino on that one attack he got. So then he would score the left. I got his D, and we tied on my D. And then round 3, I finally got Eye in the Sky up, and the game came to like a screeching halt. That card tilts Brendan pretty bad.
It is literally the hardest card to play with and play around. There's a bunch of timing issues. There's a bunch of what ifs. It literally changes your game plan. You have to know what your options are after. You have to know what your options are before.
And it's real
It
bad
is,
when most of your good attacks are range 2. That's what he was running into.
and I understand it being a frustrating mess of a card just because of that. Like, but I mean, yes, 100%. Eye in the Sky it's very hard to understand. It is Field claim to fame for sure. So if he struggled with it, and it's not easy if you haven't had a lot of practice versus it.
Yep. But anyways, he activated Rhino immediately, dazed Nick Fury before I could do anything about it. And then he did, "This is a robbery" on my grunts. Threw them into a car so they took a damage, but I controlled where they dropped it, so Rhino couldn't pick it up, so he just sat there on my Extremis console. Then I go with Namor. He does the Octopus Grasp, dazes Daredevil, dazes Black Cat, kills the ninjas with one attack. Then I pay for Imperious Rex. I don't move because I'm on the Extremis, and I fail to damage Killmonger. And then Killmonger hits me. I don't remember how much damage. He plays Usurp. He hits me again, and Namor lives with 2 health. And then Dracula. No, I never dazed Killmonger. Dracula moved back to my D, moved Rhino away from it, picked up the extract, and sat on my D. It was a 2-point swing there. And Spidey kept fighting Bullseye for a little bit. And that was that round. Then round 4, I have priority finally because he can't all according to plan again. So Fury goes, my grunts walk towards Rhino because he's way away from my stuff now because of Dracula. They shoot Rhino one time, and I just go quiet because I know I've been talking way too much. So he ends up aggressiving to range 3 of Nick Fury so that I can spender him twice. So I conned him by being quiet. So Rhino dazes finally, drops his extract. That's that. Daredevil moves and does an area, I think. No, that's next round. He tries to continue to kill Namor, but doesn't. I go with Namor and Battlefield Medicine, heal off the Extremis. I'm basically back to full health now. Not much else happens there. Spectacular moves over to the left side, so it's just a 3v3 over there now. And then the final round, Fury kills Rhino. Daredevil moves over, does an area attack on Dracula, Namor, and Spectacular. I Eye in the Sky Dracula out because he's the only one that's actually damaged there. Everybody lives. Daredevil's done. Namor staggers Killmonger, then kills Black Cat, and then Spidey picks up an extract, goes to the far right D. He threw Daredevil off the point, so Namor could score it. That Spider-Man is so busted. So he spends 3, throws Daredevil off, spends the 4th one to pick up, walks medium twice, and gets there. I don't remember if I swung or not. So Fury then has my back point, Spidey's got the right, Nightmare's got the left. Dracula just walks to contest the other D with Bullseye, who is injured. And Dracula is healthy. I score all 8 points in the final round to go to 23. And get the better tiebreakers so that I barely beat Blackcraft again for the tournament.
Jerk.
Yep. So that's 2 tournaments in a row that we've both gone undefeated.
Yep. Always the bridesmaid.
I don't want
That's
to fucking
me.
hear.
So that's that.
The store was super nice. They gave out they were generous with the prize support. They gave out a bunch of printed stuff. Like I got a alt sculpt Hulk, I got a Maestro Hulk. They gave away some painting, like full paint sets for the
Mhm.
painting competition winner, who was Stephanie, who's like our crew adjacent.
Mhm.
She won with her painted, I don't remember,
Man thing.
man thing. That was her man thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the store in general was really nice. So I look forward to hopefully the next event they have.
Yeah, it's pretty close to us too, which is nice. I got a 3D printed Jeff the Land Shark, and a trophy, which is not 3D printed, which is really cool. And a D&D book. I've been collecting those with the store credit lately.
Yeah, I finally picked up the Guardians pack with Rocket, Groot, and Star Lord with my prize winnings.
The
So
store
I'll have official
was
one.
Secret Door Games. Nailcart. It's a little smaller.
This store
They have
also has like
a dungeon,
yeah.
which I played in twice. One was during the tap rehearsal that was right above it. It was very
So
loud.
yeah, this store in the back, it's like it shares space with like a
Dance
dance
studio.
class. Yeah, a little dance studio, ballet studio, I guess. So there were constant like little girls coming in and out for their dance classes. Uh and I've so it's kind of interesting like that. So that makes it funny that you were underneath them the entire time they were
Yeah.
doing their
It was
their
only round
practice.
1 that it was really loud. At least round 3 it was quiet.
Yeah. So
Um, and then friend of the pod, Crop Circles, won the first pro event in Fort Wayne for Flesh and Blood. Give him a quick shout out here. Do you guys have anything else you would like to talk about before we close?
not in particular. I got Shatterpoint to put together and a lot of MCP to put together now.
Yeah, your pile of shame is huge.
And that's only part of it because there's stuff in the box that was not in the picture. Like,
Yeah, I all of a sudden have 6 boxes of Shatterpoint ready
Oh,
to
dang.
yeah,
assemble.
birthday. Mine is a combination of birthday and overtime.
Oh, yeah, you made
That
birthdays.
just increased my pile.
Yeah, I didn't even get one for my birthday. The May the 4th sale was
Oh, that's right. Yep.
the big one for me. And then I traded in some unlimited legendary cards and showcases, and I got uh the Krennic box as well as the, I think it was the Imperial Soldiers one, the one with crosshairs, but he's in the black armor.
Elite Squad,
Elite Squad, yeah.
where he's a bad guy. Because
Um,
I've been watching Bad Batch.
At least Shatterpoint got a real update.
To be fair to Shatterpoint, this was their first real update.
yeah, that was like their 1 year address
Anniversary.
the problems game. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a huge overhaul for most of the stuff. Most
there's
of the
just
first
so
year
many
stuff.
characters in this game. I don't know. I don't know how you balance that.
Yeah, that's why it kind of seems like they're just like, these characters we're never touching. They're just gonna be awful.
Yeah,
Play them if you want, but they're not gonna be good.
Yeah, I think there's some validity to that.
Yeah.
But I only played one game against you.
Yeah,
since our last tournament.
Or my Dracula test.
But yeah, that's the only game I've played since our affiliation tournament.
You played really well. We went to turn 8 that game, which is crazy.
Yeah, it was. I was definitely rusty, but yeah, going to turn 8 with Mephistos was. I like that team.
Yeah, it was fun. The end of the game was our Draculas, and then your Mephisto and my Namor. Only the 5 threats remain.
Yep.
You both really did play Vampire without me.
Yeah, I told you we would.
we were close to just actually doing it. I like Mephisto. I kind of. Oh, and I also, I mean, when I realized I didn't use Mephisto's leadership the entire 8 rounds of that game.
I don't know how neither of us caught that.
I just never thought about it. So I mean, that's 8 defense dice that you would have had to gone without potentially. So yeah. It's fascinating, but also fascinating how I kept it that close and went leadership.
Yep.
It was a good game back, and I like Mephisto. I like that he pretty much does his whole card every round.
There were several times that you were rolling his Devil's Due to KO or daze my characters, which was crazy.
I think it was round 6 or 7. I put down Fury and who else did you have?
Widow.
No, maybe it was the Grunts. I took them both out. No, it wasn't. I don't remember, but I feel like I took out 2 characters by burning 2 of his tokens and doing that.
Yeah.
Quite remember. It must have been. But yeah, it's fun. I kind of want to try a Mephisto throws list, but I like the Mephistos, and I can just plug that spider pig in at some point.
Yeah.
Just to tie this all back into the beginning, Infernal Bargain is also an attack that Lady Mastermind can steal and not have its damage reduced. Just have a 2 dice 6 strength attack, or a 2 range 6 strength attack.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true too.
He's just gonna be crazy good.
Oh, why wouldn't you just do Hellfire Lash, which is a 3 range 6 dice attack?
I was gonna say that
for the
type. Oh, because Mystic, if you need the type, it depends on the type. It does take the type. The point is, apparently, Lady Mastermind can outwit Mephisto.
Well, she has to spend 4 for it, so it's probably not every turn.
She'll figure it out.
Okay. With that, we will see you next time. Keep it positive. Bye.
Bye, guys.